This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world.
I'm Bruce.
And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Jody. How's it going?
Going pretty good. How are you?
Well, I'm. It's a day, and I.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having a day.
Yeah, I went ahead and opened my beer early.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
To kind of get started.
One of those days.
One of those days. Yeah. But that's all right.
It's a decently maybe sunny day today. It's like, but it's chilly. Those weird teaser days of it might be springtime, and then nope,
yes,
it's going to be really cold. So,
right.
Yeah. So I don't know about you. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I watched the Rihanna concert that happened,
which was good.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Considering she was very pregnant.
Yeah,
she got out there. Yeah.
Yeah, she was moving around as much as she needed to while you're however pregnant you are.
Totally. Yeah.
I know people were very, disappointed that she wasn't doing more, but I'm like, I thought she, sang little clips of all the popular songs on those crazy lifted stages, which I was like, hell no, I don't know doing that.
Right.
No, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, yeah, and yes, the fact that she was flying over the field while doing a lot of that was something else. So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I only saw, and I didn't really see. Like I said, I wasn't watching it. A lot of times, I'll watch it for the commercials, like have a group of people together or whatever, or out and about, and you just kind of have it on, but you're not paying attention until the commercials come on.
Right.
That's how I am, anyways. But I wasn't even really doing that, so I didn't see any standout commercials, and I was gonna try and watch some YouTube things of them, but there was a couple of randos I saw clips of, but yeah.
I watched the game for the commercials because I don't really care about football at all, but I wanted to see the commercials.
Yeah.
So I watched the whole thing, and the commercials that stood the commercials that stood out to me, I liked a lot of the movie trailers. I will say that the Flash movie looks a lot better than I thought it would. I was not at all interested in seeing that movie, and then I saw the trailer, and it looks like a lot of fun. And Michael Keaton is back as Batman.
Oh yeah,
was that's awesome. They know how to hit that nostalgia, so they get my money. So there we go. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 had a trailer, and it looked pretty good. I'm definitely going to see that. I'm sure it'll be great. But the Flash trailer was the one that really got me. As far as commercials, there was a weird one with Adam Driver, like multiplying into like 100 different Adam Drivers. It was I want to say it was for Squarespace, and it was the weirdest thing. I was a little confused. I'm not sure what was happening there or why. I mean, congrats to Adam Driver on whatever money they paid him to do the commercial, but it was weird.
I think I saw the one with John Travolta, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, it was for T-Mobile, was it?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes.
That was a weird one.
Yeah.
So it was like, what is happening? Why are we?
It was the two guys from Scrubs.
Yeah. And I think they normally
Travolta.
Do those commercials. I think it's T-Mobile.
Right. Yeah.
I saw that one. And then I saw one, I think it was Shia LaBeouf. They were like dancing around. I think it was a Bud Light commercial. They were dancing around to like the hold music with some girl that I was like, is that his girlfriend or wife? I don't know who that is, but.
So I was trying to figure that out. Looking at the guy, I've seen the commercial before. And so.
Oh, really? Oh.
So I was surprised that it was on the Super Bowl, but the dancing around to the hold music thing, the guy, I thought it was. Have you seen the new Top Gun?
Yeah. Oh, no, I have not.
No.
Was it him?
No, I thought. Now I'm not 100% sure. Anybody who's listening screaming at their radio or phone or whatever can tell us, but I thought it was Miles Teller. I'm not 100% sure. You know what? The internet knows. Let's see.
I know. I was like, who is in the Bud Light Super Bowl commercial? Oh, it is Miles Teller and his wife.
There we go.
I
So
thought that was Shia LaBeouf. I was like, that looks like Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, so I didn't recognize it.
Okay.
I didn't recognize it at first. Like I wasn't I didn't recognize him, and so the second time I saw it, I thought, oh, okay, is that Miles Teller? And yes,
That's
it
weird.
is.
They look really similar.
It's he and his wife. So
I know. I
yeah,
was like, who's that girl? I may have
yeah.
had a couple of beverages and I
Of
wasn't,
course, of course.
I was like, oh, Shia LaBeouf dancing with some woman I don't know.
I was sober and it was hard to tell. So there we go. Um, let's see.
Uh,
There was a Will Ferrell Chevy commercial, I think, for a Chevy
okay.
electric vehicle, because electric vehicles are all the rage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it was Will Ferrell, and he was driving through like different movie scenes, basically, like different movie sets. Where so the first one was like zombies. He's driving this truck through the zombie apocalypse, and a zombie comes up and bites his arm. And then the next scene, he's in like Bridgerton, dressed in like that, those kinds of outfits. And he goes through all of these different like scenes, and then by the end of it, he is back in the zombie apocalypse, except this time now he's a zombie, and the one that bit him is in the passenger seat with him.
Okay. I did not see that one.
Yeah. Man, I can't remember. I mean, I'm sure there are other ones that stood out. Miller and Coors, which are owned by the same company, the same conglomerate. They had one where they were it was like a bar fight between the guy who likes Miller and the guy who likes Coors.
Of course.
Yeah, but it was they were saying it was a commercial for Miller's. No, it's a commercial for Coors, and they were fighting. And then at the end, it ended up being a commercial for Blue Moon, I think. so
They're just getting all their brands in there, whatever.
Yeah. And I had conveniently forgotten that Miller and Coors were, the same company. And so at first I was really impressed that these brands were sharing a commercial, and then I realized.
Yeah.
So
same. Is it I don't know, is it Anheuser-Busch or is that the other?
I think it's like Miller Coors.
I was like, or maybe it is Miller Coors.
Yeah, something like that. So, it was what I saw of the Super Bowl and the commercials and whatever, it was fine until about the end. I think the last play, again, I do not watch football. I do not understand the rules of football. So my understanding is there's not a lot there, but something happened, and they basically like called a timeout, and the time was running down, and it was just like, it felt to me like that was the reason that Kansas City won. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from saying that, especially as a Missourian, native Missourian. It was weird. I didn't understand what was going on, and then they kind of just didn't really play that much and let the time wind down, which seems like kind of a crappy way to end a very exciting game,
Yeah.
So
it's like
anyway, congratulations to the Chiefs.
Yeah, congrats to y'all. Yeah. But apparently at the very after the Chiefs won, they do all the post-game interviews with the players and the coaches and whoever else, all the people. Now I got to make sure I get people's names correctly because I don't know who they are. Because I want to say Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Is it okay? I'm gonna
football legend Terry Bradshaw. Yep.
He was doing the interview that he's a host of whatever show, and he was fat shaming the Kansas City Chiefs coach right during his interview. They're up on this podium thing so people can see them better, and he's like trying to get this big guy in here. You waddle over here, big guy. And there was a few comments during the interview, and at the end he's like, have a cheeseburger on us and congrats on your win or something. And I was like, am I missing some references because it's football stuff? I was like, is there a thing there? But he's apparently getting a lot of flack for this, for fat shaming this coach. People are even calling for Terry Bradshaw to be fired. I don't know that it necessarily needs to come to that, but Um, it was an interesting, weird. It just felt weird to me
Yeah.
when I watched the clip, because I didn't see it when it happened, because once the game was over, it got turned off and switched to something else. So
Right.
I didn't see it, but then I saw little blurbs about it, and I was like, "What happened?" And watched the video, and I was like, it just was weird. Like, I didn't understand why he was even saying those things. Because I mean, Terry Bradshaw is a you know a older guy, and not
Sure.
probably the best shape either. But like, it was just a weird interaction to me.
Yeah, yeah, it was. I did not watch the video, but I did read an article about it, and yeah, it was. I would say it was uncalled for. There are definitely better ways to handle things, better ways
Yeah.
to
Oh
talk to
yeah.
people, obviously,
Yeah.
and he did not. He did not do. He did not handle that well. So,
Yeah. Like, I mean, he just was the coach that for a team that just won the Super Bowl that year. I mean, they probably have some sort of personal relationship, maybe, but it's just like, you're
sure.
on the air, you're supposed to be, you're doing a job. Like, that's not how you talk
Right.
to people.
Especially, the guy, his team just won the Super Bowl. So
Mm-hmm,
he's,
mm-hmm.
So you're at the top of the world, and then you have somebody kind of come in and
Yeah,
sort of
and knock you
crap on you.
down. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's, yeah. So I'm reading something. It does say that the "Have a Cheeseburger on Us" may have referenced Andy Reid, the coach of the Chiefs, his
Mm-hmm.
declaration that he would eat a cheeseburger after Kansas City's previous Super Bowl win. So that may have been part of it, but
Mm-hmm.
you
After
know
the
the
previous
waddle
comments,
and
yeah.
yeah,
It just
right.
added to the
That's
like, what?
yeah,
What's going on?
yeah. It would. I mean, Bradshaw, I would say that was uncalled for. I mean, as far as him being fired, I don't know. It would be nice to, hear, I don't know, an apology or some kind of, something from Bradshaw as far as what was
Mm-hmm.
going on there. I mean, it's not like, I think when you're a bigger guy, you've had people kind of in your life, you had people who joke around and try to be funny in that
Mm-hmm.
way
Mm-hmm.
by talking about your fatness. So that's
Yeah.
it's not like that is uncommon,
Yeah.
and I think that, I don't want to pigeonhole, all um, older people into
Mm-hmm.
one kind of thing, but it wouldn't be uncommon that he's an older
Yeah.
guy, and that might just be something that he's used to, and that's the way that it's been for a
Mm-hmm.
long time, and
Yeah. And I mean,
whatever.
yeah, it's football. There are very big guys.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of big
That's
boys,
not
and
nice.
oh, even see,
my
even Siri doesn't like
my
it.
my watch agrees. That's not nice. Yep.
Oh,
There
that's
we go.
hilarious. That's
Yep.
not nice. I was like,
A
what?
special guest. Yes.
So I mean, it's not like they're not around a lot of big bodied people, and
Right.
and I don't like that. Boys will be boys, locker room talk,
Right.
excuses. Like, that's just not how you talk to people. And you're
Yeah.
literally on the national stage
Yep.
during the Super Bowl, and you're gonna do that. It just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks, especially during a celebration.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, maybe that nothing comes from it. It may just go away, but it's yet another instance of
Mm-hmm.
of fat shaming in one way or another. So there we go.
Unfortunate. That's
Yeah,
that's what I'll say
yeah,
on that coach's biggest night, and then yeah, gets kind of slammed
yeah,
down a little bit. So do
yeah.
better is what I'll say.
Yes, yes. So
Well, I'm gonna have a sip of my beverage.
all right.
I have some work to do today still. So I'm
Oh yes,
having my Athletic Brewing Free Wave
there we
Hazy
go.
IPA. I'm really been
Okay.
enjoying a lot of these NA beverages lately. So
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing again today.
Nice.
It helps with the craving to have a beer, but I can still continue to work for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
Not I just get
there
tired after a beer. I get real tired and
there are so many good non-alcoholic beers out there that Athletic Brewing, as we've said before, is they got it down. So yes, it's a good one. If you want a beer but you don't want the effects of a beer, go with an NA.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
Well, good. So I am continuing my month of Rogue. So I've been drinking Rogue ales all month, and as this is the end of the month, it's my last Rogue, and so I went with the classic. I went with the Dead Guy.
Oh yeah,
ale. They have many Dead Guy beverages now, and so I went with the classic, which is their Dead Guy Ale, and it is a Maibach style ale with a robust malt profile and a sweetness that is balanced by the liberal use of bittering hops. I mean, it's great. It's so easy to drink. It's their classic. It's the one that put them on the map. So
yeah, they've been brewing that for over 25 years.
Yeah, it's a good one. 6.8% and a 40 IBU. So glorious, tasty beer.
Yeah. Lots of check-ins on Untapped.
Oh yeah.
So go check out our Untapped list. We'll have it in the show notes. See our ratings on all the beers that we drink. Maybe you can follow along or see what kind of beers you want to try out. Looks like you've checked in with that Dead Guy Ale a few times.
I have indeed. It is, I'm sure it's the first Rogue beer that I ever tried, and it's one I always go back to. I'd say it's my favorite and lots of people's favorite from Rogue for a reason. So yes, absolutely.
What was that new one that we had when we were there?
We had the Rogue Dead Guy IPA, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so they've got an IPA. It was good. It was a good one. I think it's hard to beat the Dead Guy Ale. But the other thing is that Rogue has a ton of different beers. I mean, all month long, I've been trying some of the different ones, and they're always doing something new and interesting. So definitely worth checking out if you are out on the Pacific Northwest, or if you have a beer store near you that can get their beers.
Yeah. Check them out. Good stuff.
Yeah. And check out the Untapped beer list. You'll find it in the show notes, so you can see what we're drinking, what we're enjoying, and what we don't like so much. So you can make informed decisions as to what you want to try.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Bruce? You got any fun things coming up?
Going to be traveling again soon, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
I know that next month we're going to be doing another Heavy Conversation live, so that'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
we're gonna definitely try and do those on a more regular basis.
Yeah, it sounds like we've kind of been talking about monthly, doing them toward the end of the month, maybe the second to last week of the month. So you'll be able to join us. We'll do our whole thing, answer questions, talk about whatever, and do it live. So
keep an eye out on our socials, and we'll announce when we're going to be doing it, so you can join us on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, YouTube, all the places. Probably Facebook, but
yes, definitely you'll find it there. Let's see, what else do I have? So I know that I know you saw this Instagram post as well. The Full Figured Industry Awards is looking for volunteers for their 2023 event. So if that is something that you are interested in helping with, if you're going to be in the area, they're looking for dependable and effective volunteers to help manage the operation of the award show. So I'll just read this whole thing here so you can kind of get an idea. Over the last 4 years, the FFIAs has put on a glamorous, well thought out award show for the most well-deserving individuals around the nation. This event is only great because of the great volunteers who seek to see the vision of such an amazing show. As a volunteer, you'll be required to walk, lift, bend, and much more in many areas. They're looking for individuals who have a heart to serve. If this is you, you can go to their Instagram page, which is the Full Figured Industry Awards. I'll put a link in the show notes, so you'll be able to, you can go straight to it there. But you can go there, like their post. Interesting. Put your favorite emoji in the comments and then DM them your email address.
Okay.
So I bet even if you didn't do the emoji part and you just DM them your email address, you can probably do that.
It's fun. Come on.
Yes,
put an emoji in there.
Have the fun. Yes. So they do it in New York. So it's in Queens, New York. So if you're in, I don't know, Alabama and not going to be in New York, may not be able to volunteer, but you definitely want to you want to be there to help out. And so that's how you can do it.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like nominations for the awards open March 6th.
Yes.
So if there's an outstanding plus size person, company, whatever, you can look at all the different categories that they have and you can nominate them for an award for the 2023 Full Figured Fashion Awards.
Definitely. It's a great way to put a spotlight on people out there doing interesting things kind of in this sphere. We were nominated and we won Best Podcast last year. Ooh, so
award-winning. You're listening to an award-winning podcast.
Yes. Y'all. Yes. So
congrats to you.
Yes. So check it out. And if you can help out, there you go. But, awesome. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. It's been a decent week, but not a lot going on for me.
Yeah. I think the moral of the podcast is be nice to people, don't fat shame, and help out when you can.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks everybody.
Thanks so much.
Bye, Bruce.
Bye, Jody.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.